The boy suddenly noticed something strange. A massive hole had appeared in the middle of the newly constructed bridge. At first, he didn't pay much attention to it, but when the bus unexpectedly stopped, he accidentally cut his hand on the seat. At that moment, eerie music began playing over the loudspeaker. The internet TV on the bus lost its signal. Simultaneously, a sailboat gradually approached the bridge. A powerful gust of wind blew a worker's hat away. The once stable bridge started to sway uneasily. As construction workers continued their work, cracks began forming on the bridge surface and quickly spread. Was that the workers seemed completely unaware of the impending danger. Suddenly, the steel cables restraining the bridge snapped, and the entire structure began to collapse. Sam instantly recognized the danger and immediately grabbed his girlfriend, frantically rushing off the bus, but it was already too late. Chaos instantly erupted among the crowd. Sam tightly gripped his girlfriend's hand as they desperately ran toward the end of the bridge. The surface beneath them fractured in seconds. Sam quickly helped his girlfriend climb along the railing.
Good. Good.
Fortunately, she successfully reached the other side. Just then, Sam heard his friend calling for help. Without hesitation, he pulled her up onto the railing. Having lost his glasses in the panic, Sam's severely nearsighted vision became completely blurred. Just as she was about to grab the woman's, the bridge violently shook again. Luckily, Ollie only fell into the water and wasn't injured, but before she could reach the shore, a car suddenly plunged down from above the next second. At that moment, another friend, Pete, came running and leaped to grab the railing on the opposite side of the bridge. Following Pete's example, Sam jumped across just before the bridge completely gave way. However, before they could climb up, the railing suddenly came loose. A truck loaded with steel bars and sheets began to tilt. Fortunately, all of this was just a nightmare the boy was having. Yet when he woke up, the bus had just stopped. Sam's hand was cut by the seat. Music played on the radio. The TV suddenly lost its signal. Everything matched his dream exactly. Sam, overcome with emotion, immediately grabbed his girlfriend and hurried off the bus. Others, noticing Sam's unusual behavior, got off too and asked what was wrong. As they were talking, the bridge surface suddenly cracked. Everything happened exactly as Sam had sensed. The middle of the bridge collapsed. This accident seemed like death playing a cruel joke on them. Sam had inadvertently saved people who were otherwise destined to die. A man noticed something strange while at the airport. He realized all flights except his own had been canceled. Looking at the screen again, he saw the departure time was 9:25, his birthday. While in the restroom, he heard a song about a crash playing. This series of coincidences filled him with an inexplicable dread. As he hesitated about boarding, his classmate pushed him forward. Inside the cabin, the sight of worn-out walls and a crying baby only increased his anxiety. Finding his seat, he told himself he was just being paranoid and tried to relax, fastening his seatbelt while waiting for takeoff. But seeing the deteriorated wing outside his window rekindled his unease. Just then, two attractive girls approached Matt, asking to switch seats. His friend gestured for him to decline, but being a gentleman, Matt agreed. As soon as he sat in his new seat, the tray table suddenly dropped down. When he tried to put it back, he discovered the button was broken. He decided to call a flight attendant, but by then the cabin doors were closing and the plane began taking off. His heart raced with intense anxiety, while the other passengers seemed cheerful. Suddenly, the plane began to shake violently, and passengers panicked as oxygen masks dropped down. A huge hole tore open in one side of the aircraft. It turned out to be just Matt's dream. The same two girls approached him to switch seats. Matt rushed to check the tray table button, which was broken exactly as in his dream.
Is there a problem, sir? What's your fucking problem?
Alex, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Because you didn't fucking plane to explode!
Terror washed over him. Growing agitated, Matt deliberately created a confrontation with other passengers, resulting in the captain removing them from the flight. When their teacher pleaded with the captain to let them reboard, the captain firmly refused. Matt's male classmate, believing Matt had ruined their trip over a mere dream. Meanwhile, the plane took off, but suddenly the plane exploded. The shockwave of the explosion shattered the glass of the airport. Everyone aboard perished except for the 7 students who had been removed from the flight. The classmates stared at Matt in shock. They should have died in the crash, but he had saved them. Finding it all too bizarre, Matt obsessively searched for the cause of the explosion. An owl suddenly flew to Matt's window. He tossed a book at it, which got caught and shredded in a fan. One piece of paper landed on Matt's leg. When he picked it up, he saw a classmate's name written on it. Matt sensed his classmate was in danger but couldn't warn him in time. By the time Matt reached his house, the classmate was already dead.